Hello guys, are you ready to learn? It's Yugioh Training 103. Today we're going to do the extra deck. We're not going to do the whole extra deck today, but we're going to show you two different specific cards. We're going to do Fusion and we're going to do Synchros today. And then the next video is going to be Links and Xyz. But let's just first go through the extra deck and let me explain what that is, and then from there we're going to take it all the way to the top. Keep in mind, all these cards are very powerful depending on how you use them, so just keep that in mind. So this is the extra deck right below here. Extra deck, you can only have 15 of these bad boys. You can't go more, but you can definitely have less. You could go either pure fusion, pure synchro, pure Xyz, pure link. You can mix them all together depending on the deck if it works, or you could just have one of one and one of another, half and half. It all depends. Like I said, every deck is different, every deck is unique, so you don't have to purely use them. But this is fusions. This is the purple looking cards. This is synchros. These guys are pretty powerful. They're all powerful in their own ways, but these are the silver gray looking guys right here. And the next card is these are Xyz, the black frames. These are probably the ones least used, but they're still powerful in their own rights. And then these are the links. These are the most newest ones, but we'll go through that next video. But these are all very powerful in their own specific ways, and they all have like specific decks that tailor to each and every one of them. I don't have all of them, but I'll show you what I can do. It's time to fuse. Now let's just go through one of my decks that's almost pretty much a pure fusion deck. Now the beautiful part, this is called a Brandon fusion deck. It's a very powerful deck, very expensive, so just keep that in mind. Now fusion cards, most of them, 90% of them, work using fusion based cards. So you need polarization, or you need cards that literally say the word fusion on the text on top or below. Like I said, you don't have to. This is depending on the deck you use. Some cards don't need the fusion card themselves, but 90% of them do need the word fusion in it to play, or fusion somewhere in the text. Then when you play these cards, you're able to use the fusion cards below. All these purple cards below, you can only summon them with the fusion card. That's the only way to summon them. So if you throw them out, like so for some reason you have to throw them in the graveyard, and then someone does Monster Reborn, they can't actually summon your fusion cards unless you summon them properly, which is only a good thing. But let's go into some gameplay so that way you can understand what the hell I'm talking about. So like I said, you need to normally play your magic card. So when you play your magic card, if it says fusion above or below, then you can just fuse whatever monster you need. Now I said, depending on the deck, when you play your magic card, it's going to tell you what cards you can look for. So for branded, there's a lot more options, but depending on the deck you want to play, they might be a little bit more limited, so keep that in mind. All fusion decks run differently. Some are very combo friendly, like this branded deck, and some are just very restricted, but they're restricted for a reason, because the whole point is either to shut down your opponent or just to stop them from having fun, and then that way you can grow stronger next turn. So I said, they all depend. But when you fuse your monster, either you look for your combo piece or your boss monster. I'm not going to go through specifically what I'm doing exactly, because that's not the whole point of the game right now. The whole point of this right now is to show you how fusion decks work. When you summon your fusion monster, that's it, depending if it's a combo piece or a boss monster, it lets you go crazy. Like I said, eventually, depending on the deck, you can summon multiple fusions, and you can have fun with this deck. I like fusions a lot. They're very powerful and they're very, very strong depending on the deck you're using, and they could really shut down an opponent. Depending on the deck. Actually, most fusion decks, once they start going off, they really can't stop. But let me show you how a full field heal looks like, so that way you kind of understand what kind of things you can do. So after you're done summoning, you usually have a field like this, either 4 or more. You either have full field or 1 or 2 really big, powerful fusion monsters, and then you just go for the kill or stop them from having fun. It's synchro time. So now let's just show you how synchros work. Now keep in mind, synchros are the gray cards below here. Now if you wonder how you summon synchro cards, the numbers, you summon the single cards by summoning 2 monsters. Now normally you need to add them up. So this one's a 6, so you either need 2 3s, like a level 3 and another level 3, or a level 2 and a level 4. Whatever adds to 6, you have to summon both those monsters in the field, and then you have to synchro them. Now if you're wondering how do you synchro them with 2 monsters, let me show you. Now this is a tuner monster. Now if you're wondering what a tuner is, it shows you on the top left corner with that green tuning fork. Now you normally need to summon whatever monster you need to summon and this tuner, and then you're able to fuse them kind of like a fusion, where you use them up to summon the gray cards, which is called synchro. And this is how you synchro summon. But let me show you gameplay so you can understand what I'm talking about. So let me show you how this deck works. Now, I'm not gonna go through what I'm doing, but this is called a Blackwing deck. They rely heavily like on one magic card, which is actually super easy to get because I run 3 of them, and then certain cards look for it. But I'm gonna get that in a few seconds. But as I set up, let me explain. This deck is very easy to use because, like I said, all you need is the tuner and a monster, which you're gonna summon in a few seconds. But the beautiful thing about this deck, which I like, is that it's super cheap to make. All you need to do is buy the structure deck. There's literally a Blackwing structure deck, and you have this deck. And then all you need is really the staples that I showed you last video, and you can actually make this deck very, very powerful. Now, do you need to run the staples? Not really. Well, it'll help because, you know, you can stop your opponent. But this deck kind of has a lot of stopping power and very combo friendly. Like, as you see me keep going, and before I synchro summon, is this super combo friendly and very fun to use and very annoying. So it's like, normally when people see Blackwings, if they can't stop them, they normally surrender because they get so powerful so fast. But like I said, let me show you how to synchro summon. So like I said, normally, either depending on the cards you can summon, you need the tuner and the monster itself. You're gonna see a star counter pop up right now when I'm about to summon this level 7 right here, and then you're just supposed to tribute both those cards. Once you tribute both those cards, you add up the number you need. There you go. You synchro summon. And then since you synchro summon properly, if your opponent destroys your monster, now he's able to summon it. Now, if I just threw this guy in the graveyard without doing that, he won't be able to target this guy. So that's, you know, that's why I say you gotta summon them properly before you synchro summon. So just keep that in mind. If you synchro summon properly, then they can monster reborn. If you don't synchro summon properly and you just throw them in the graveyard just cause, then they can't. So it's just stay in the graveyard. But like I said, depending on the deck, you can actually benefit from it being in the graveyard. You can do other shenanigans and just do a whole bunch of powerful cards. But like I said, this is how normally Blackwings work. You summon your cards, you get your fields ready, and then you could either summon your boss monsters, or you can summon cards to stop your opponent from having fun, period. I just want to summon this one guy because he just looks cool. I'm going to show you a quick little end field, and that's really synchro summon. It's really simple, it's really easy to use, and it's very powerful, very, very combo friendly. Love that guy. He's just awesome looking for the record. So normally a field will look like something like this. As I said, this is not the best end field, but it's pretty good. It's not going to stop everything, but if I really wanted to, if I really tried, I could shut the opponent down completely. But I just want to have fun because it's a computer, and I want to show you how to synchro summon. But that's it for now. I really hope you guys enjoy what you see. I hope you guys are learning as well, because I know that's the whole point of these videos. If you're not understanding what I'm doing, or if I'm going too fast, you got to let me know in the comments below. But the whole point of these videos is to show you how the card works. If you want specific deck types, you gotta let me know in the comments below. I won't know unless you let me know, because you know I could go through like an actual deck, but it's just gonna take a lot of time and you know, a lot of editing. So you gotta let me know on top of that. But I really hope you guys enjoy your see. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and check out other videos I do. Like I said, I do Fortnite, I do Mortal Kombat, and I throw out other videos to see what sticks, you know, and I post every single day. So hope you check them out. But till then, guys, I hope to see you next time.